CNN covered an incredible animal rescue from Syria, but they left out one crucial detail that completely changes the story. In 2017, the world watched as 13 animals were miraculously rescued from a bombed-out zoo in Aleppo, Syria. Lions, tigers, bears, all barely alive after years of war. Over 300 animals had once lived there. Only 13 survived. These animals endured 3 years of hell. No food, no water, explosions all around them. They couldn't escape their cages while bombs fell. They just waited, starving, terrified, abandoned. An organization called PAWS launched a dangerous rescue mission. They had to negotiate with multiple armed groups, navigate minefields, and risk their lives. One tiger even had a heart attack during the escape and had to be revived. Here's where it gets interesting. After crossing the border, the animals arrived at a veterinary center near Karacabey, Türkiye. For 3 weeks, Turkish veterinarians treated their wounds, helped them recover from starvation and trauma. One pregnant lioness even got ultrasounds showing she was carrying twins. Turkish officials provided all the permits, documentation, and support needed to get them to Jordan. So when CNN covered this incredible story, how did they describe Türkiye's role? Quote, "They were driven in trucks toward the Syria-Türkiye border and eventually were relocated to Jordan." That's it. No mention of the 3-week recovery. No mention of Turkish veterinarians. No mention of Türkiye, just toward the border. Nothing else. No mention of veterinarian support, and definitely no mention of the government support transporting them to Jordan. But to be fair, National Geographic and others specifically mentioned Türkiye's role. They named the city. They detailed the veterinary care. They acknowledged the cooperation. But CNN? They made Türkiye invisible in a story where Türkiye was essential. This isn't an isolated incident. When Türkiye does something positive, like hosting nearly 5 million Syrian refugees as well as refugees from Bush's war on terror, that's more than any other country. Western media coverage is often minimal, but negative stories, those get full coverage with every detail. Democracy Now! Just can't find any other bribes made to Eric Adams beside the alleged bribe from Turkish businessmen who gave him luxury travel benefits. Media cares so much, right? Meanwhile, they all ignore what the Epstein operation was doing for Israel. Media bias against Türkiye aside, what matters is, the animals did make it to safety in Jordan. And here's the beautiful part. Hours after arriving, the pregnant lioness Dana gave birth to a healthy cub named Hajar, meaning migration. After surviving years of war, she brought new life into the world. The vet who rescued her said, "After the dark, there is light." So why would CNN erase Türkiye from this story? Was it editorial bias, an oversight, or part of a larger pattern in how certain countries are portrayed in Western media? You decide. But one thing is clear, those 13 animals wouldn't have survived without Türkiye's help. That's not opinion, that's fact. If you think media should stop pretending they're fair and balanced, tell the full story, not only half of it. Leave a comment below, share this video, and let's hold journalism to a higher standard. The animals can't speak for themselves, but we can. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more stories the mainstream media conveniently leaves out.